Happy Tuesday, everybody, and welcome to Boss FM Evening News. I'm Alex Coltrane.
And I'm Skylar Rowe. Stick around for the dopest and hottest news. This is Boss FM. Stay tuned.
Wake the streets up. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Wake the streets up. Okay. Come on. Okay. Wake the streets up. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Wake the streets up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What's up, guys? Hope you're enjoying your Tuesday so far. Kicking us off, Michael B. Jordan has not closed the door on the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In a recent interview, Jordan revealed that he's open to reprising his role in Black Panther as Eric Killmonger. If asked to return, Jordan says, "That's something that is very near and dear to my heart for a lot of obvious reasons." Jordan told People magazine, referring to the loss of co-star Chadwick Boseman, who passed last August from colon cancer. Jordan says, "I had a really tough year losing somebody close to me, and what that means for the franchise was devastating. But being in that world and that character that I loved playing and working with writer-director Ryan Coogler and all that stuff," he continued, "we created a family over there. So to be able to be in that world again is something that I think will always be on the table in some capacity." I'm very open to this. I'm curious to see how they will write him into the next movie. Obviously, there's a lot more room, being as that Chadwick will not be in it, but I'm open to the idea. I think Michael B. Jordan added a lot to that role and to that universe. How do you feel, Scott?
Yeah, I agree as well. I'm excited to see if they're going to incorporate his character into the new Black Panther. So, yeah.
Definitely. We'll see. Cross your fingers.
Definitely, but a Taiwanese man has been fined 1 million new Taiwanese dollars, which is equivalent to 35,000 US dollars, for repeatedly breaking his home quarantine. The unnamed man, who lives in central Taiwan, was doing a home quarantine in his apartment building after returning from a business trip to mainland China and violated it at least 7 times. In addition to the fine, which is the highest one yet charged in Taiwan, the man will have to pay 3,000 new Taiwan dollars, which is equivalent to 107 US dollars, for the cost of his quarantine. The Taiwanese government has been compensating quarantiners 1,000 new Taiwanese dollars, which is 35 US dollars, which he will no longer be eligible for. Now, Alex, why can people just not stay home? Just stay home for the 10 to 14 days that you're required and just be fine.
You know what it is? It's not that they don't want to stay home. It's the fact that someone's telling them that they can't go out. He probably wasn't, up to much anyway before the quarantine, but now the fact that he can't be up to much, people are finicky. It drives them crazy. And I think they just want to push back against the authority a little bit. And I don't know, but the longer people stay out, the more we're going to have to stay in. So
Definitely.
guys, come on, take one for the team.
Stay
We're all doing
home.
it.
Stay home.
In other news, police in Rochester have released 2 body camera videos of officers restraining a distraught 9-year-old girl who was handcuffed and sprayed with what police called a chemical irritant. The Democrat in the Chronicle reported that prior to the release of the videos, Rochester Mayor Warren expressed her concern for the child that was harmed during this incident that happened on Friday. A total of 9 officers and supervisors responded to the report of family trouble. The girl can be heard in the body camera videos from officers at the scene screaming frantically for her father as the officers try to restrain her. At a news conference Sunday, Deputy Police Chief Andre Anderson described the girl as suicidal. Quote, "She indicated she wanted to kill herself and she wanted to kill her mom," end quote. Officers tried to force the girl into a patrol car, but she pulled away and kicked at them. In a statement Saturday, the police department said this action required an officer to take the girl down to the ground. Then the department said, for the minor's safety and at the request of the custodial parent on scene, the child was handcuffed and put into the back of a police car as they waited for an ambulance to arrive. Police said the girl disobeyed the commands to put her feet in the car. An officer was then required to spray the irritant in the handcuffed girl's face. The department said Saturday at the news conference. Now, Police Chief Cynthia Harriet Sullivan described the irritant later as pepper spray. She then declined to defend the officer's actions. Smart move, I think, on her part. You don't really want any part in that. I don't know. It's a sticky situation from the get-go. Sounds like the girl was pretty unruly. I don't know what she had going on or what the family trouble was. However, I feel as they said, about 9 officers showed up to the scene, presumably grown men, but adults, and there's 9 of them versus one 9-year-old girl. I think pepper spray is a bit of an overkill. How do you feel, Sky?
I definitely agree. If you cannot control a 9-year-old girl, then you do not need to have a badge serving our
Now,
country.
now the girl may have been built like Shaq. We don't know,
We
but
don't know, but still,
there's 9 of them.
she's not.
Someone needs to check them on that. Yeah.
Mm-mm. But in other news, Washington football team head coach Ron Rivera is now cancer-free. Ron Rivera announced in late August that he had been diagnosed with squamous cell carcinoma located in a lymph node. He revealed the news that he was cancer-free on social media, sharing a smiling photograph of him sitting on the staircase holding a sign reading, "We kicked cancer's ass," as his dogs joined. Now, congratulations to you, Ron. I'm wishing you a speedy and safe recovery, and congratulations. How do you feel
Yeah,
about
that's huge. Everybody loves to see it. Obviously, the Big C
it? Definitely
takes out a
sucks.
lot of people. Yeah, it sucks at the bottom line. Still not a fan of his team, but we love to see him making a speedy recovery. And our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. So we hope that continues. Good luck, Ron Rivera. In other news, thousands of Hong Kongers have already made the sometimes painful decision to leave behind their hometown and move to Britain since Beijing imposed a strict national security law on the Chinese territory last summer. Now, their numbers are expected to swell to the hundreds of thousands. Some are leaving because they fear punishment for supporting the pro-democracy protests that swept the former British colony in 2019. Others say China's encroachment on their way of life and civil liberties has become unbearable, and they want to seek a better future abroad for their children. Now, most say they don't plan to ever go back. The moves are expected to accelerate now that the 5 million Hong Kongers are now eligible to apply for visas to Britain, allowing them to live, work, and study there, and eventually apply to become British citizens. Now, applications for the British National Overseas Visa officially opened up on Sunday, though many have already arrived on British soil to get a head start. Britain's government said that some 7,000 people with the visas and passports, a travel document that Hong Kongers could apply for before the city was handed over to Chinese control in '97, have arrived since July on the previously allowed 6-month visa. It estimates that over 300,000 people will take up the offer extended to residency rights in the next 5 years. I think this is huge. Obviously, there's been a lot of turbulence coming out of Hong Kong in the last few years. I think a lot of people, like they say, are going to make the jump. Maybe not necessarily to Britain, but they're going to, ducktail and get out of Dodge. So this is going to be kind of crazy if the numbers end up being like that. How do you feel, Sky?
I'm kind of nervous to see that shift. Like,
Paradigm shift for sure. Yeah, it's gonna rock the world a little bit.
I don't know how I feel about that one. I'm a little uneasy about that one. Now for our Tuesday segment, Celebrity. Singer Chloe Bailey is making headlines recently. The singer, often seen with her sister Hailey, recently created her own Instagram. She posted the Busted Challenge and it left the internet in shambles. She later thanked her followers by helping her achieve 1 million followers by posting a sexy 1-minute routine to the song All the Time by Jeremiah. Now, if you've seen the video, Chloe had that thing thinking, but fans became concerned. They said she was showing too much and she was being overly sexy. She made a video where she became emotional and stated, "When I see all the uproar about my posts and stuff, I'm a little bit confused. Like, I really don't understand because I've never seen myself in that way or that light." Now, Chloe Bailey is 22 years old and she's absolutely stunning. And I'm all for women embracing their bodies. And I believe if you got it, flaunt it. Now, Chloe is a beautiful young lady. And we have rappers and singers who are her age, even younger, who are just as raunchy and just as sexy. And I simply believe that Chloe is beautiful. And if she has it, she can flaunt it. How do you feel about this, Alex?
Sky, who gives a bleep? That's the way that I feel. I think everyone has a right and is entitled to their own opinion, obviously, as humans. However, being a fan of the art that I create does not give you a personal weigh in on my personal life. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. You can feel how you want to feel, but you don't dictate what I do in my free time. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like the content someone's putting up on the internet, easy fix. Get off the internet, or at least get off of their page. Like you said, people younger than her are doing who knows what on the internet. It's the same way people freaked out when Miley Cyrus was, half naked, shaking whatever on these award shows. I didn't want to see it, but guess what? I just didn't go on the internet. It's that simple. It's the wild, wild west. Anyone can put anything on the internet. That's kind of the idea of it. So if you're not prepared for anyone and anything being up there, stay off the internet. It's that simple. That's how I feel. I don't know, but all right, guys, that is it for your Tuesday evening news. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow evening at 8:30 p.m. for more Boss FM news, and don't forget to tune in tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. with Christian and Megan for more entertainment news updates.
And if you'd like to rewatch our shows, as always, they will be available for replay on our Boss FM app and on all our social media platforms. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. I'm Skylar Rowe.
And I'm Alex Coltrane. Have a good night.
Good night.